really part of what held me back so much is it felt like an unpopular decision to choose to be only a mom or just a mom. There is nothing more important or more rewarding than raising these kids. It's like, if anything, and this is why I actually do take quite a bit of an issue with the pause terminology, like, oh, I'm going to take a career pause, to raise my kids, and then I'm going to come back. And I caught myself explaining away this decision to so many people because it can feel as though society does not value stay-at-home moms. You are dismissed in conversation at your spouse's work parties or whatever. I've heard a million stories from people. And it can feel like it's unpopular or countercultural right now if you are a very career-driven, a very work-centric woman who, as I invested over a decade in a very competitive and challenging career because I had something to prove to myself. I came from a very humble background, a small town in Texas. I lost my mother at a young age. I then lost my brother at a young age. I had every excuse to say this girl isn't going to accomplish anything. And I felt this need to prove myself both to myself and to the world. And I think that's part of why I worked as hard as I did in school. I chose a job that was very competitive and demanding and where I would have to cut my teeth and really prove myself and show what I was capable of. Once I let go of that, I was able to realize what I really, truly wanted to do, which is be the best possible mother I can be while my kids are young, while I have the clearest and most present opportunity to invest my love and my time and my energy in them, because I know that as they get older, their needs will change. I don't believe that parenting will get easier, but it will change. And right now we are developing the habits and behaviors and attributes that they will have for a lifetime. So if you're feeling a call to that, and you are also a very driven woman who has invested so much in your career, do not underestimate yourself, because you can and you will pick it back up when it's the right time for you. And there's also a possibility that you could pick it up in a different way. Meaning, this is my endeavor, my project, my outlet, so to speak, that I've created for myself, where I have full control over how, when, what, and where I am working. This could turn into my passion. I could absolutely love this and wind up turning this into a business along the way. However, I am setting very, very clear parameters around what this is and what this is not. This is backseat to my role as a mother and a wife. I am going to stay very, very true to the core of my message that right now, that is my priority. And this will never be more important than that. So I am making work for me. So what if you were to take a risk, to take a step of faith and set down your role? Let's say you're in a corporate structure right now and it's just not working, and you've tried and it's not working. What if you were to set it down, explore what's out there, whether it's something that you would have to reskill or, do some learning or pick up a certificate to go and do. But you then were able to pick up hourly work. Who knows? You might even be able to make an amount of money that would be surprising to you doing something like that. Or you encounter a different passion along the way. But for a couple of years, you are with your kids, or you find that project immediately. The point is that you're taking a leap of faith. You have the freedom and the space to redefine what work could look like for you while you're prioritizing being a mom and a wife. I honestly struggle to find the words, to tell you the truth, because it's been the most rewarding last 6 months of it's exceeded on any expectation that I had. And I'm happier. I've reconnected with myself. I hope I guess I'll have to have him as a guest on here. My husband, I hope that he feels the same way and that he is thriving because now he is able to focus on, kind of his role in financially providing for the family. And I am directing my energy towards, I am raising our kids and I am the heart and soul of this family. I handle everything else. And, except for grilling and yard work. Yeah. I guess we're kind of boring and traditional in that way. But it's been my honor and privilege to do those things. These categories we've created for ourselves around trad wife or working mom or stay at home mom, don't let any of that dissuade you from doing what is on your heart to do. And I simply let what society valued dictate what I valued. It is not a pause on your important work to take a side quest or a detour to raise your kids. Raising your kids is not a detour. My real work is raising my kids in the best way that I know how and investing in myself and in them in an intentional and present way where I am not constantly feeling pulled this friction because everything is a trade off. So, at what cost are you choosing to stay in your role? I believe it was God's path for me to have the experiences that I did, to become the type of person and leader that I did through those experiences. And yes, the past 6 years have been such a struggle, and they have also been so wonderful and rich. For this season, this is what's right for our family. And if that sounds like that's what your family needs too, whether that is leaving your career entirely behind or scaling back to a part-time schedule or whatever that could look like for your circumstance, because there are thousands of different ways of what this could look like. Even I'll go back to those categories of are you stay at home or are you working? I am both. But being a mother is more important to me than any job title that I'll ever have. So any decisions that I make around work are going to come second to my role here within our family. If that is something that you need to hear is honorable and praised and something to be celebrated and appreciated rather than looked down upon or lesser than in any way, being a mother is more than enough.